I could consider elaborating on the spice trade of Failure 1X, because he has been honestly failing me pretty hard for a while. Tools to the west. Also Stavanger. Alright, then there's wood, and the wood for the west. That's another plentiful demand. It's kind of relaxing, isn't it? Unfortunately, there's only one more time that we're going to do this, and then we won't have to see this kind of thing again, which is a bit sad, let's be honest. I have 3 doing wood wests. Hardcore. Then there's wool to the west. Less necessary. But you should probably do Haarlem. Haarlem comes between Bruges and Groningen. Between Bruges and Groningen. Looks good to me. Beautiful. I'm going to save that because, hey, it's a lot of work. And we're going to do the last one as well, because now it has to include Flensburg. Difficult question is how to do this, though. I mean, I guess Aalborg to Nevsted, then Flensburg, then Lübeck. And around here. There's just no easy way to do it, because you got to go east, west, south, west some more. Oh well, what can I do? Do you ever play as Merchant Republics in CK2? I don't play much CK2. So no. Alright, time for the center ones. At least these tend to be considerably easier. It's a shame they don't have Aarhus in them. But Flensburg needs to go between Nevsted and Lübeck. Between Nevsted and Lübeck. Ugly, and it ups this to a 13-day route, which is regrettable. Almost makes me wish Oslo was stuck over for the west, but it is not west. We have to treat Oslo as one of these Baltic buddies. Especially when it comes to them getting their beer, otherwise they would be most miffed. So where did I say? Between Lübeck and Nevsted. Good. Ugly, but good. Berg, Boston, bricks. Bricks to the center. Wow, really? That doesn't look right at all. No. Nope, nope, nope. There's not so much to finish there. I got Colossus and it only delivers 500 bricks at a time. That's a joke. I need you to be bigger. I'm gonna have you in Danzig, and I'm gonna add... Yeah, I could actually replace you with a Carvel. There we go. That was kind of convenient for me. Alright, cheese to the center. I really, really like cheese as a good in this game, because it's low demand, but it's high profit. I'm going to get some numbers on that one. So cheese you produce, ideally, at a rate of 88. But you can sell it for 180 at a good price. So as long as you don't flood the market with it, it's brilliant. And it'll keep away starvation. That's why I like it so much. Cheese is just so good. Now I don't hit up Rostock here because it's part of things. Rostock goes between Lübeck and Stettin. I might as well. Alright, and then there's the fish for the center. Heavens knows we don't have enough of that again. But that's okay, fish is very secondary, and it's not like I haven't been putting Haarlem through its paces. So I don't feel too bad about that. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? That should be called fish. Fish West. Did I update you? Yeah, I did. Heavens knows how I knew to do that. So, Flenberg, I've already forgotten, but I think it's between you two. Yeah! Grain is no joke. Always make sure plenty of grain flows. You're on your way to Lubeck and you only have that much, so I think I'm going to give you an extra... Oh man, I don't like this. I hate mixing. There you go. Just keep the grain going. And then there's hemp. Gotta keep that flowing in the center as well. And Flensburg actually needs quite a lot of hemp because they produce those pelts. Half a hemp makes a pelt after all. Oh man, it's just those production lines that get me so hot under the collar. And it might sound like I'm being very sarcastic, but really it does. Even the honey. Get the meaty center. Meat has very low demand, but goes for crazy money. That's why when you're playing the campaign they tell you to bring the salt from Lubeck to Aalborg to make the meat, and then bring the meat everywhere because it's just so damn good. It's also dangerously easy to overproduce, and then you kiss those profits goodbye, so don't overproduce it. Grain is fine to overproduce, but don't overproduce meat, because grain is needed everywhere, and you can turn it into beer. You can't turn meat into beer. I'm sure someone has tried, but they weren't clever enough to succeed. Meat beer, huh? Alright, the relaxing times of sorting out my trade are almost over. Just gotta do the salt, the wood, the wool. Wow, the center salt is very small, it's only 500. Do I produce anything here that needs salt though? I don't think I do. Oslo demands salt, but they also produce it, so it's not too bad. Beautiful. Some of these names really start to crack me up having seen them. So, stars. Doing the center as you do. Now, Flensburg actually produces the metal goods, so it's even less worth our time going there. But go there we shall. I'm not too concerned about spending extra time with my fleets because I have a lot of fleets and the cost for keeping them up and running is pretty minimal. Then there's wood for the center. The center usually needs, or usually does not require such big fleets because it's such a short travel time compared to all the other things that you'll be visiting places more often, so you don't need to bring such big bulky fleets. Wood west, another wood center, that's fine, just add you right in there. And then there's wool. 2 wool for the center. This one's called Massilia, so it must be amazing. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. It's going to make the Caesar 3 itch. Rise up. Wait, what? What the heck did I just do? I messed everything up. Aalborg, Oslo, Malmo, Stettin, Rostock. Lübeck. Flensburg, Neustadt. There we go. Whew. What an embarrassment that could have been. And that is all of them set up. Great. Just great. Jake, will you ever build up Novgorod? Yes, we will. In fact, how about we make Novgorod the first place we build up? I already got all my privileges here, and my counting house, and all these warehouses. And, you know, the guy doesn't hate me so much. It produces nothing of use. I mean, I could get the honey, but haven't I making honey somewhere else? I wish I found it easier to remember where I make all these goods. I think somewhere new I popped up. I made my honey mountain. Wasn't Stavanger. Can anyone remember where I built up all the honey? Must have been somewhere. I've ignored Stettin altogether. You don't do anything. Yeah, didn't touch Visby, Riga, Revel. Revel? Nope, nothing going on in Revel. No. No. Stockholm Hill Fort Wall did not become anything special. Just became a regular old wall, not abiding by my rules, only its own. I just can't remember where that honey went. I mean, I must have done it somewhere. Scarborough. Scarborough's got the honey. It's got the wood, and it's got the honey. Did I ever make a Scarborough honey? Yeah, words are failing me here, but Scarborough honey thinger. This guy's demanding more and more money because I keep building up the isles. Boston, Scarborough, and Edinburgh are all pretty meaty. Oh well, it is as it is. We can carry on now. Everything should work just fine. We'll go and grab you, and we'll tell you to head over to Danzig, and watch Danzig's population not increase as we bring the castaways back. And I want to kill Danzig. Its day will come. Yes, so the honey in Scarborough. Did I actually make somewhere bring it back? It'll be the Ska honey. Ska... I didn't. So... what's happening is the honey place is actually just stopping by, grabbing honey from here. So what that's telling me is I don't produce nearly enough honey. I mean, I'm never really producing enough honey. We'll get some official numbers. We'll get it over in Aalborg, where I'm very tempted to move my capital, since this is where I, do everything. It doesn't do anything else of particularly good use, but I can't move to a trading post either, so... rocks and hard places. Schmelter, so much of that. Alright, Flensburg needs population, that much I know. Flensburg needs a lot of stuff. Fortunately, Aalborg has it. So there's a lot of stuff I need to do, so we'll just crack on and do it. For example, Wildcard Thagnus needs to bring a whole load of these goodies to places that want it. Like you. Well, actually, I'll just stick it in there because the market will automatically sell it as it sees fit. Lots of hemp and lots of grain, so I need to see about reducing that. Here's where the hemp is. Now I could reduce it in favor of producing more mead or producing more iron, but iron we also overproduce, so mead it is. And you know what, this place is somewhere that's going to be presenting us with plenty of mead, so we'll just play to that. I don't like the positions here whatsoever though. And the beautiful thing is I can tear down this mead when I decide that I don't need it anymore. And there may be a day when that is the case. There's really no telling right now. Are we under attack here? No, it's just crazy music happening. So yeah, I can ditch a whole load of these people to go and work there. I can also abduct people from Nashtved, which is actually an even better idea. So where is People Mover? Tell me you're not over here. Thank goodness, because I'm done abducting people from Haarlem for a while. Haarlem needs a chance to spread its wings and grow. All Slappy can ditch your stuff as well. There are tools, granted, but there's barely anything else. I really want to build up these places. But I need Haarlem to have loads of these goods. I mean, I've told you to hold on to tons of the stuff. I know that upping these numbers won't actually get me any more of the things, but I can want. We have plenty of space for items here, so that's good. Excellent. But that didn't answer my question of where is People Mover. That's Hunter. I'm just going to have to find you with the ledger. People Mover. Oh, it's over in Alberg. And why has he got all these goods? Oh, it's metal. Well, I know someone who needs that. I mean, needs is a relative term, but I know someone who's getting it. There you go. And I'm going to pop over to Nashtved and I'm going to say, hey, you're fired. We do not need this much hemp. Then I abduct them and throw them into Flensburg. That Haarlem is disgustingly beautiful, Jake. I have no idea how to interpret that. Alright, so Flensburg has opportunity mostly. Why is it overloaded though? Did I not give them enough or even any warehouses? I mean, I gave them, not many, but I gave them. 13's a good number, so what are they stocked up on? Okay, I gave them tons of brick. There's always a use for brick. Except when you reach the end game, but who's counting then? The wall has not been finished, so I can't even build outside of here yet. Oh well, that's fine. They can just carry on as they do. Yes, all is pretty well there. Visby, I'm not kidding, I need that pitch. What I'd love is to get a revolt in the competitors' lands, but they're not having any of that. So I guess even 89 pitch isn't enough to keep me happy. If only I had somewhere else that did pitch. Actually, pitch is the one thing I'm finding it hard to come by. Stettin don't do it, Danzig don't do it. I mean, if one of these inland places do, I'm going to have some mixed feelings. But pitch tends to come from a certain area. And in our case, it's Sweden. So Malmö, Aarhus, Visby, and Stockholm. Stockholm doesn't, so maybe Aarhus is going to have to give us extra pitch, I'm not sure. At the very least I could set it up, that way I'd have something to do if I'm overstocked with clay and wood and I need to drop production. It's an idea, and it's an idea that I'm going to see through, because it's a good, it's good, basically. Hell, it's great. And it's also time for this city to advance, so I can build bigger and brighter things. If you were a hero from the Three Dynasties period, which would you be? Yuan Shao. He's my favorite. So welcome to your future, Aarhus. You too could contribute to the pitch demands of the Hansa. And pitch is one of the things that I really want to be overproducing right now. It's a crying shame that I'm not. But this is something for me to turn to when everything else is too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can have more than that. What the fun is that? Go away. The scary part is when you make a slip like that, you delete it, but the road remains. That's when you feel like a real jackass. I feel like a prize asshole when you do that. Because the roads, you can't delete them. That'll do for now. Housing occupancy is fine. Yes, everything is fine here. Stavanger could do with more houses, but that's under the laughable pretense that I'm going to build this up enough. Much as I want that meat, this place can grow enough on its own. So Malmö is still doing its meaty thing. Got beekeepers and they don't even know what they're doing. But was it Nashved I said would be on mead production? Yeah, you can work on the mead when I decide that there is too much hemp. There's another problem though, and that is Rostock. I don't even own the place, but I decided that they are going to be my grain men. But there's always more weaving to be done. No kidding, there is always more weaving to be done here. Still don't care about clothes though. Not sure I ever will. I mean, who needs clothes when you have all these tripping pelts that you could be sporting? I'm not looking for my people to starve, but this should help. There is the other question of not enough beer, because that would take a big bite out of my grain. And if I end up overproducing tools, God forbid, then we could run into that. Excellent. Not so excellent, but hey, take it anyway. Ahut Alberg brick. How are you even hurting for brick? I mean, yeah, I guess I wooded up a fair bit here, but your population will go up on its own. I could certainly help that out a bit. Hey now, Lucky stole that from me. I steal a lot of things from him, but not everything. Just the things that make good money. Cheers, Lucky. Let's take it down Van Helsing here. What the what is he doing? Sometimes your boats just do not react to being told what to do. They're like children. That was a nice trick shot. Did Lucky ever pay you royalties for using the 2 hours of hell name, Jake? Okay, that might be pushing it a bit far. I stole that off of him so hard. Why not? It was a great idea. Alright, character assassination is what I want to do in other places where I want to have more of the workers, especially Visby. But no, we just have arson, which, as we've established, could backfire horribly. Still need that pitch, though. Okay, but the way I see it, everything is working pretty smoothly here. Especially if I get land commercial routes. Yes! Breslau was there before. I think it was Breslau to Warsaw that we just got. Be nice if some of these people actually gave me pitch, though. You know, the one thing I actually need. Rippin'. 20 ducats per barrel. of cargo capacity. Okay, so it's not even of what you're carrying. That's heavy going. But I've got no choice but to swallow it. I don't want to go through all my people and pick it off. So, Stavanger. You're going to be producing meat now. Get on with it. Honestly though, I need a lot more businesses here. We're low on honey, they moan. Well, I need more meat, so get on with that. I don't want Stavanger to be a one-trick pony, but... oh, right, it's got no build zones like that. Right. I am understanding you now. That's why it was having none of that. In a lot of places, the rocks are purely aesthetic. Not this case, then. Alright, as I said before, I'm not looking to overproduce meat, but I think on the size of my Hansa, which I should check right now. Statistics, Hansa, 180, that's pretty high. But that probably includes places like Warsaw and that, so if I knock off 10 or even 15,000 from that, I'm going to work out my own people's needs, so that would put it to, let's say, 165,000. The amount of meat production I need is just shy of 100, so okay. Stavanger is going to be a one-trick meaty pony. Another invalid building site. Okay, yeah, because of that big old rock there. "76 businesses, 109 of that. Alright, things are looking fine then. It's nice to have something to spend all this ludicrous amount of money on, though. Although the wall is not finished yet, so never mind that. Alright, so looking at things we lack, cloth is one of them, and Rostock should be seeing to that approximately now, because I am going to tell all of these grain farmers to go and make some cloth instead. Okay, maybe not quite all of them. I do want a little bit of grain flowing in here. Last thing I'm looking for is starvation. The weavers weave, but I need more wool, and that wool can happily come in from Haarlem if Haarlem would stop being under siege from this extremely angry man of Flanders. What that's doing is preventing more people from coming in, and state of emergency just drops that one like a rock. Since I think we're actually doing pretty good on the clay and wood front, since I'm not building up new cities, I can probably... oh, yeah. They're at our gates. Oh no. Well, they're not taking my money. Jake, what determines how populous cities can get? Purely the shape of them. So let's take two distinctly different ones. Look at Edinburgh. Look at the shape that we have here and the shape of the wall. It's just like one big lumpy thing. Let's go to somewhere else that we've maxed out. Say Riga-ish. Center bit looks completely different. And then, okay, it's still a lumpy wall, but it's a different kind of lumpy. Goes out different amounts. These mooring fees, they are pretty horrible. And speaking of horrible, what is the Patrician experience without being pirated? You know, if they wanted to be really hip and trendy, they would have made it so that if you pirate this game, you get extra pirates. But I bought this game fair and square. I buy all games that are available fair and square. I might be tight, but I got my standards. But then again, I also have money now. I didn't say when I was a student. All I had then was laziness, and I saw that. Auto Master, go get it. Do you miss the pirates from EU3? They weren't that bad. Well, okay. Divine Wind, where you could actually park a fleet in a port and that would prevent them spawning. That made it not bad. When that wasn't the case, yeah, it was utter hell. Utter bedlam. Alright, Harlem needs to fix itself. The siege... Oh no, the siege is still ongoing.